Like, what the hell?
G'day everyone and thanks for tuning in. You're joining me in Adelaide International Airport, the usual starting point of an amazing journey ahead.
And good morning guys, welcome back to another one of my videos, and it is time for me to start crisscrossing around the country again, and Australia is certainly a large country to crisscross in. So the whole focus of this trip is for me to get to Western Australia. I'll be in Kalgoorlie where I'll be getting on the Prospector train, so that's the highlight of this trip. So of course with every trip I need to get on a positioning flight to get to where I need to be to catch my flight. So today I'm here at Adelaide Airport and I'm gonna start with a flight to Melbourne to catch my flight to Western Australia tomorrow. So today will be the focus of the flight review between Adelaide and Melbourne, and I'm with Virgin Australia in business class. So let's get this trip started. Let's do this.
If you're new to my channel, my name's Ryan, and I create heaps of food and travel related content. In this series of videos, you'll see me heading to Melbourne, where a great foodie adventure awaits. I then fly across the country towards Western Australia, where I find myself in Kalgoorlie. I'll then take a train to Perth, where I'll fly back to Adelaide. I'm really pumped to be showcasing my beautiful home of Australia once again. So hit the subscribe and bell icon if you do not wish to miss these episodes coming up. Giving me a like will definitely encourage me to keep prodding along to produce these contents. So here's a thanks in advance because your support is very much appreciated. Embarking on such a multi-sector trip is always an exciting proposition. On this Thursday morning just before 7 AM, everyone's chugging about like it's just another workday, blissfully unaware at the impending shitstorm of delays awaiting us. The first sign of trouble upon entering the beautiful Virgin Australia lounge was a couple of suited guys out of camera view to the left. Each of them seemed to be audibly yakking into their mobile phones, seemingly trying to make alternative arrangements. I gathered they were all bound for Brisbane on the 6 AM flight. I thought, what a couple of snowflakes. It's a delay, deal with it. Until I realized their flight was now departing at 12 noon. Yikes! Whatever meetings they had planned for the day was now thrown into disarray. Skinless sausages. They're as ugly as a fearless Sphinx cat looking like a wrinkled ball sack. But you can't look away, so I got some for brekkie. As the morning wore on, each departing Virgin flight was accompanied by a red delayed symbol on the flight display. That meant passenger numbers in this lounge weren't turning over anytime soon. It became very crowded. Everyone around me started working on their devices, and I was soon in the middle of a sea of teleconferences. In normal circumstances, I would really tell the offending party to pipe it down. Do you mind putting on some headphones, please? Excuse me? Hello? But this morning, the situation was understandable. So I told my bitchy Barbara to get back into the dusty closet. Not today, darling. Teleconference buzzwords like budget, over, under, synergy, client, bing 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 bong 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 filled the air like a noxious cloud from Chernobyl. The lounge was no longer relaxing as it reminded me of the former life I left behind when I left Singapore 10 years ago. Do I miss flying for work? Hell no. Talk about trauma. The public area outside was ironically a lot more tranquil. While waiting in the lounge, we were kept well informed of our delay. This morning, I'm boarding flight VA216, which was scheduled to depart at 10:40. It is now just after 11 a.m. Flying in business class, we get priority boarding together with Gold, Platinum, and Economy X passengers. Waiting for us at the gate for our flight is a Boeing 737-800, registered Victor Uniform Echo. She was just under 18 years old at the time of writing. Delivered brand new to Virgin Blue in 2005, she was transferred to Virgin Australia in 2011 and now wears the name Curl Beach. Welcome on board. Friendly hosties ushered us into a cabin with a recliner seat configuration of 2 rows of 2 by 2. Let me take you through some seat features. We start with a seat width of 19.5 inches and a pitch of 37 inches. This retro-looking overhead console consists of a reading lamp and individual air nozzles. There are unfortunately no charging ports, and there's a cocktail table here. A seat recline button allows you to relax just that little bit, but not by much. Here is a movable headrest for you to play around if you get too bored. And finally, your tray table is found here in your armrest. Seat pocket contents include a safety card and a buy on board menu. There's also a brandless airsick bag to spew in, just in case. These days, just scan the QR code to launch the in-flight entertainment on your web browser. You no longer need the Virgin Entertainment app.
Morning everyone, my name is Melanie and I'd like to introduce you to the rest of the team. In the flight deck today, your captain is Andrew Thomas and your first officer is KP Frage. Your crew up the front, we have Leanne, in the middle's Leo and down the back's Hazel. We'll now take you through our safety demonstration, so please pause your devices and give us your attention for just a few minutes.
Welcome aboard. It's wonderful to have you with us. At Virgin Australia, your health and safety come first, so we appreciate you giving us your attention as we take you through some important information about this flight. Your seatbelt should now be done up low and tight across your hips. To fasten, push the ends together until they click, then pull the strap to tighten.
Hurtling down runway 23, we were soon airborne heading over the St. Vincent Gulf. Our flight path today would turn left after takeoff. We would alter the heading slightly over Murray Bridge, heading straight for Melbourne. On approach, we would swing around the airport for a landing on runway 27. covering a distance of slightly over 640 kilometers and a flight time of just over 1 hour. Our breakfast, strike that. Our lunch orders were soon taken. We were presented with a choice of a roasted pumpkin salad or a peri-peri chicken burger. Of course, I chose the meaty protein. There's no better way to start my foodie adventure in Melbourne than with a burger. And here we have the burger, in all its colourful, beautifully charred glory. Perhaps someone in Virgin heard me whining about using chicken breasts for a burger. Today, we thankfully have a juicy chicken thigh which is perfect. I don't have to dislocate my jaw trying to eat it. As expected, with a meal at 40,000 feet, the peri-peri marinade was an assault on your taste buds. In a good way though. The chicken thigh was easy to cut and very readily absorbed all the flavors of this dish. One small little chink in the armor was the lack of a kick. A peri-peri pepper is supposed to be spicy. But I suppose being a nation of very beige 1 meat and 2 veg, the airline had to dial it back. That being said, this was an overall thumbs up. We're now flying over the town of Inglewood in Victoria. Like many other towns, it was founded during the gold rush of the 1800s. These days, the town is central to popular hiking trails, cave exploration, and excellent award-winning wineries. Inglewood also signals the start of our approach into Melbourne International Airport from the north. Travelling is something done at your own risk these days. Our airports have not been coping well with operations normal post-COVID. If it's not staff shortage, it's mothballed aircraft rushed into service and breaking down. Or, like today, computer said no and decided to stop allocating gates. At least that's the story put to the press by Virgin Australia. Whatever the situation is, we need to approach air travel with an open mind. Be mentally prepared for things to go wrong. I've padded my itinerary for this trip with flights a day apart just in case. Because if one part fails, the cascading effects it will have for my forward journey would be unthinkable. Hotel bookings, train reservation, and onward flights all would be thrown into jeopardy. So while I could have been seething from the delays today, I chose not to. And these stories of travel chaos just makes good content for my channel anyway. Well, that's my silver lining at least. What's your silver lining in this current messy state of our travel in Australia? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, let's enjoy our approach into Melbourne International Airport.
Melbourne. Virgin Australia is proud to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we walk, work, live and fly, and pay our respects to elders past, present and future. The local time here is 8 minutes past 1. A little cooler, it's 15 degrees outside. For everyone's safety, please keep your seatbelt fastened and the aisle and exits clear until the seatbelt sign is switched off. Remember to take care when you open the lockers above and make sure you have everything before you leave.
And here we are in Melbourne again. Yeah, so that was Virgin Australia, a very short flight from Adelaide to Melbourne. Yeah, it was delayed and all, but important thing is they kept us very well informed at every step. Every time when there was a new departure time, they either updated the app or they sent us texts and all that. So we were very well informed the entire way. So not that I have a lot of complaints about that, because I don't mind having delays. It is how the airline handles the delay that makes or break the experience. So yeah, despite the delays, it was pretty okay. I don't mind. We got to Melbourne pretty safe. Yeah. So this concludes the flight experience from Adelaide to Melbourne. And if you've watched the video all the way until this point, I'd like to thank you for your support. I've chucked details of my Instagram up there on your screen, so you can hit me up on Instagram and chuck me a follow there, so you'll know every time when I start getting on one of these epic trips crisscrossing Australia again. Alright, and more importantly, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, and I'll see you for my next video. Ciao! Do you know, I panicked when I saw this.
Would you please take stock of your gate lounge on the seats?
Like, what the hell? I thought I was at the wrong airport. Yeah, this is still Melbourne. But why the hell would you have an advert from Sydney Airport here in Melbourne Airport?